Hey, Facebook, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can get Instagram going as well. All right, great. Yay. All right, we are live. I'm Abiola. I am the founder of womanifesting.com and the Goddess of Paris Miracles and Manifesting Law of Attraction Retreat. Today, we are going to be talking about natural anxiety cures. This is something that I really wanted to share with my spiritpreneur clients, but I felt like this was something that we all are needing in the world, because all you have to do is just take one look at the news and start to feel anxious or start to feel sad or whatever, which is natural. But then there's some of us who have mental health challenges where we go a little bit further. No matter what is going on, we could feel anxious, or a lot of people are dealing with depression and those kinds of things. So I just wanted to just offer some natural cures. Hello, the Queen Stash is in the house. Hello, Jay Lucius. Is that it? Am I pronouncing it right? Jay Lucius 73 is here. Instagram people, do me a favor. Let me know if the audio is really bad on Instagram. I was trying to figure out where to put my phone and stuff so that the audio wouldn't be that bad, but then it's, yeah. So Instagram folks, let me know if the audio is really bad. You can't take it, and we'll figure something else out. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts, my Facebook peoples. We are talking, as I said, about anxiety and depression and mental health. In this conversation, we're going to talk mostly about anxiety. Yay! Goddess Abrams is here. I missed you, Goddess. Hello. And for everyone who is looking, the link that I put up, I just realized instead of goddessofparis.com, which is the name of the retreat, the Goddess of Paris, Miracles and Manifesting Retreat, I wrote Goddess O Paris. Goddess O Paris. So it's not Goddess O Paris, it's Goddess of Paris. And as a matter of fact, I see that my girl Leticia is here, who is the owner of an amazing restaurant. And as a matter of fact, let me show y'all. I got to interview her this month for Essence. So grab this copy of Essence. Leticia, I finally found there are finally copies on at the Rite Aid on 116th Street, because we couldn't find them anywhere. I see Goddess Norma is here. Hello, Michael. All right, so let's see. Oh, yay, the Queen Stash says great audio and video. Okay, so let me just show y'all this article, and this is actually relevant to our conversation about anxiety. So I interviewed 3 couplepreneurs, spiritpreneurs this month for Essence about, well, 3, was it 3 or 4? I feel like it was 4. About their businesses and how they make, how they are successful entrepreneurs. And one thing with every single one of them, this is on page 94, one thing with every single one of these couples who are doing the darn thing, like absolutely out there blowing things out of the water, is that they all shared how they deal with stress and overwhelm that comes up, stress and overwhelm that comes up when you're trying to build your own business. People talk about the pretty side of things, and people make it seem like everything is glamorous and everything is Instagram friendly and all of that. But life gets in the way. Like you all know, I just came from surgery. I'm not fully back yet, but life happens. And so I really wanted us to have a mental health check-in. Everybody, let me know what is going on with you. Even if you're watching this on a replay, let me know mental health wise what is happening with you. How are you feeling in your life, in your day-to-day? Are you feeling stressed? Are you feeling overwhelmed? What methods do you have to deal with them? I'm going to share with you some today, some various herbs and breathing modalities and things like that to deal with anxiety, because we have to have each other's back. Like you could wake up like I did, completely, happy today, and then look at the news for 3 minutes and be like, oh my goodness, like I can't even believe what is happening. So I think that it's really important that we keep on having these conversations about dealing with anxiety, about dealing with overwhelm, about dealing with depression and the things that we are not supposed to talk about, or the things that you don't talk about in polite company. Okay, so the first thing that I want to share with you, which is the easiest thing, if you don't have access to any of the herbs and teas that I'm going to share, you have access to breath. And so breathing, coming in contact with your breath, if you are in a state of either feeling anxious or either you deal with anxiety, this is what you want to do. It's called triangle breathing, and it's your 4. You're going to inhale 4, you're going to hold for 4, and then you're going to exhale for 4. All right? Inhale 4, hold for 4, and exhale 4. And so it's called a triangle for those reasons. All right? So let's try it. I can't get my breaths really, really deep yet. It's been like that. I haven't been able to breathe fully deeply since recovering from the surgery. I'm going to talk to my doctor about that in 2 days, but I will do it to the best of my ability, and just do it to the best of your ability. All right? So we're inhaling 4 and hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. 2 more cycles. Inhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4, and hold 2, 3, 4, and exhale 2, 3, 4. And so if you feel, thank you for the hearts for breathing. Yes, breathing. I'm a Leo. I love the hearts. Keep them coming. I love it. Anytime that you are feeling in a situation, you remember before in other conversations, I said you can always excuse yourself to go to the bathroom. Like, excuse me, I got to go to the bathroom. And excuse yourself to go to the bathroom. Sometimes you may need to do a 4-4-4 triangle breathing, situation if you're dealing with anger or rage. Sometimes it is if you have social anxiety. Sometimes it is, somebody just ticks you off. Or sometimes if you are feeling sad and just need to reconnect with your breath and your life. Oh my goodness. Let me just share with y'all this situation. Goddess Roar says, sounds like someone is at the door. Let me just share with you this, a month ago, I was speaking somewhere and I was talking to this nice older lady in the audience. Hello, Goddess Nitra. She says she's a Leo as well. Yes, so you get it. So yes, I was speaking to this nice older lady who was sharing with me that she has my similar coaching certification. And I was interested in what she had to say, because she's like, I got your coaching certification. Like, she was coaching in, in the 80s, like basically like while I was like in 3rd grade, she was like coaching. So that was interesting to me because the coaching profession hasn't been around that long. So then it was really, the conversation started to turn. It started to get into like a measuring contest. Like, oh, you went to a Tony Robbins seminar? I made Tony Robbins who he is. Oh, you teach meditation? I am meditation. I know the Dalai Lama. I don't know, whatever. It was like really, really weird. Like, she was asking me about myself and like competing with me. I had no desire to compete with her. I was in awe of her. I thought that she was awesome. And so I had to distance myself because I was raised very much to respect my elders and all of this. But then the lady started like kind of talking to me kind of sideways and like downplaying and dismissing some of the things that I, do and have done. So I took my own advice and I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. Luckily, lady wasn't a thief because I left her there with my bag, with my phone, Louis bags, everything. It just like was like, I gotta go to the bathroom, lady. And went into the bathroom and the stalls were taken, but it was all good because I stood there and I did my 4-4-4 breaths. I was like, inhale, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Don't punch the lady in her face. 2, 3, 4, and inhale. Don't cuss the lady out. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4, and exhale, you know, and it's like that sometimes. So the 4-4-4 breaths work. Thank you for the hearts, Instagram. The 4-4-4 breaths work for, like I said, anger, you know, anxiety, depression, anytime that you need to reconnect with yourself and your breath. Thank you, Ace. Thank you very much. All right, so now I'm going to show you some teas and things like that that really work to deal specifically with anxiety, and some of them for depression. Yes, Facebook, you know, sometimes it's like that. Like breathe, 2, don't punch him in the face, 3, 4. I'm just saying, ladies should be glad there was 4-4-4 breathing. I'm sure she probably invented it or did it on a mountain with the Dalai Lama, and the way I'm doing it is somehow wrong or whatever, but it's all good. So the first thing I want to show you is wheatgrass, organic wheatgrass powder. Now, if you can buy this and just order it from somewhere, it's going to be a lot less expensive than if you buy wheatgrass in a juice bar or something like that. It may seem expensive, but if you go to a juice bar, like one of these little packs, they will take and put in like a little cup like this big, and it'll be $8. No lie. Who has experienced that? It will be $8, which is worth it for your health, but it is a lot, you know, more beneficial to just get this organic wheatgrass powder. You can buy it on, you can probably find something. It doesn't have to be this brand, you know, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, or Amazon if you don't have access to that. All right. And wheatgrass actually helps you with anxiety. Yeah. Now, it's not like the kind of thing that you're going to sip. Let me get my notes and tell you exactly why. It's not, you're not going to sip it and like, you know, swirl it around and like it's like a nice Merlot. No, you just have to down it because it's pretty much like nasty. But the good thing about it is that it feels good in your body. It is bringing your body chlorophyll and B complex vitamins, and it helps you to relieve anxiety naturally. Some of the symptoms of anxiety that we might not be aware of, maybe like procrastination. A lot of times if you are feeling like, you know, why can't I just get this thing done? You may be dealing with anxiety. You know, if you are feeling overwhelmed, racing thoughts, even obsession maybe with thinking about something, but you still can't get it done, and you know, you're starting to feel anxious about it. Have some wheatgrass, okay? Down some wheatgrass, it will help. Also along those lines, turmeric. Now you can also cook with turmeric, you know, the powder, or you can get some turmeric tea. Again, you can find this anywhere. It doesn't have to be that brand, but turmeric is really, really helpful, not only for anxiety, but for all kinds of ailments, because it has something in it called curcumin. And that is the thing that is really, really great for your blood sugar, for your blood pressure, for a number of ailments. And actually, this is a good time for me to say, I am not a doctor. Double check with your doctor and do your own research. I am only sharing what I feel works for me, but do not take any of this to replace the advice of your doctor. In other words, don't sue me, y'all. I'm trying to look out. But make sure you check with your own doctor. Goddess Aurora says she's going for the powder now. Yes, it is really, really great. Also for weight loss, if you are doing some weight loss, if you need to let go of some unhealthy pounds, wheatgrass. Okay? Something else that is really, really good, I'm going to show y'all some roses. All right. Rose water. Now, not this kind of rose water, which is good for bathing, for doing sacred bathing, but rose water that you drink. And so the way that you make rose water is for drinking purposes. Rose water can also be used for perfuming. My sister, I think, has a video on how to make rose water. Goddess Molly, if you're still there, do you have a video on how to make rose water? But basically what you do is you can just boil the petals and, you know, strain them just like you would a tea. And the rose water is actually really, really calming. Goddess Nitra says, I always keep turmeric. She keeps turmeric always and moringa. Yes. She says, oh my, I have rose water. Oh, not that one. Yes, 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 yes. And so if you buy rose water from a store, some stores do sell rose water that is made for drinking. You want to make sure that it is, kitchen grade, nutritional grade, that you can drink it and you're not drinking something that you want to put in your bath water. Yay! Hi, cousin Michelle is here. She says, good afternoon, my loving cuz. Good afternoon, cousin. Good to see you. Hello, Goddess Vita. Goddess Rora says, yes, anxiety brings on procrastination big time. Yeah, and it becomes like this kind of dance back and forth where you don't know what's the cause and what's the effect. And so some of the things that sometimes what you might want to do if you are feeling anxiety is say to yourself, what am I anxious about? And try to just get still and figure it out. And then maybe just journal on it, free write, and see what, where the source is. Because is it the procrastination that's bringing on the anxiety, or is it the anxiety that's bringing on the procrastination? It can go either way. All right, so now this one is a little bit controversial because raspberry leaf supports our bodies as women. And the only reason it's controversial is that, there are some people who should not, if you're trying not to conceive, for example, you may not want to drink raspberry leaf because they say that it makes you fertile. So be careful with the raspberry leaf. And if you are a woman at different times in your cycle or your life, or like early puberty or menopause or something like that, you want to just check and just make sure about raspberry leaf. But the great thing about it is that it does help to regulate our hormones, our hormonal balance. If you're someone who is dealing with fibroids or endometriosis or something like that, again, double check, of course, with your doctor. But raspberry leaf was really, really good when I was at the height of the fibroids issues of just helping to just regulate my hormones. So this gets your womanly system in alignment. Okay, so Goddess Damali says, order roses for tea from herbal stores like mountainroseherbs.com. mountainroseherbs.com. Y'all got that? Yay, Goddess Lucinda Cross is in the house. Hello, Goddess Lucinda. Goddess Lucinda, is it the truth, my sister, that you are based uptown in New York? Let me know if that is true, and if that is true, then we need a play date. All right, let me know if that's true. All right, so Goddess Damali also says, I'm not affiliated in any way, just a suggestion. Also, Amazon sells herbs. Okay, so again, you want to just double check with the raspberry leaf situation. And Goddess Damali, let me just tell you something. Let me just correct one thing she says. She says she's not affiliated. Now, even if you were affiliated, that would be a good thing, because we want to support each other in women-owned businesses. We don't need to feel the need to apologize if you were affiliated. As a matter of fact, I wish that you were, so you could put your affiliate link up there and we could buy it and support you. Yes? Yes. So nothing wrong with, if you were affiliated, but in this case, she is not. Goddess Deborah, because I said raspberry leaf will help you get pregnant. She put in all caps. Oh no, don't want the raspberry leaf. All right, yes, okay. If you are trying to not be pregnant, Goddess Deborah, then yeah, raspberry leaf is not your friend right now. Thank you for the hearts, Instagram. Goddess Lucinda, Goddess Aurora says, hey. All right, so here. Oh, and Goddess Lucinda Cross and I, this is an early announcement. We haven't announced it anywhere, but Goddess Lucinda, we never even spoke about this. We're going to be speaking at an event in Queens, New York in, I think, August or September or something like that together. We'll let you know about it when the details are finalized, but y'all should be there. Okay, so then there is the old standby chamomile tea, good to help you to fall asleep, good to help you to deal with stress, good to help you to calm down. If you are on any kind of medication or anything like that, you want to check, because we assume that, okay, if something is a tea or an herb, well, I can just take that all willy-nilly with whatever. But we forget that these are medications as well, even though they are an herb or a tea. So if you are already on medication, or if you have a pre-existing medical situation, you always want to check. You always want to make sure, okay? Goddess Damali says she wishes she was affiliated too. Yeah, I wish you were too. Throw some links up there. All right, so chamomile tea, very good for just, again, staying calm. This is, we think of it as helping us to fall asleep, but you can have, I've had chamomile tea first thing in the morning if you are feeling anxious and you just need to just breathe and get your equilibrium together. Now this one is interesting. Honey, yes, honey actually will help you to calm down your system if you have any kind of clinical anxiety. And that was really surprising for me. Now, this is a New York honey because it is really good for you to drink, for you to use your local honey that is near you, especially if you have any kind of allergies, because, the pollen and the bees and all of that, it helps with if you are dealing with any kind of allergies and you are, I don't know the technical terms, but the pollination will help your system, okay? So Goddess Norma says, you're right, Goddess Abiola, always check with your doctors before you try these herbs. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, Goddess Aurora says, OMG, Goddess Abiola and Lucinda together, hold on to your seat. Yes, hold on to your seat. All right, so then, I think that this may be the last one. So actually, before I show you this, let me just show you these. These are my yoga blocks that I will share with you my yoga gear in another video, but I'm using them here to hold up the different things that I'm showing you. But they're good to show because yoga is very, very good for anxiety. Although for some of us, if you have racing thoughts, I have racing thoughts. So some of us, it's a little bit more stressful. The yoga is not stressful, but it takes us a longer time to calm down. Like I was telling, my sister was laughing at me or with me, but I was telling her that I was watching during the season of The Bachelor. For those of y'all that watch The Bachelor, there was this whole big lead up where every week they were like, is this guy gonna jump the wall? Because he lost his mind over this woman and like leapt over a wall. If you're a non-Bachelor person, y'all know what I'm talking about, but Bachelor people, y'all know, you know what I mean. Let me know if you know what I mean. Don't leave me out there. So I was telling my sister that when I was in yoga and I was laying there at the end in Savasana, where you're supposed to be just calming and you're letting everything go and integrating your whole practice, that I was thinking, like, is he going to jump over the wall tonight? They're gonna hurry up and go. Like, how long is this Savasana gonna be? Because I really want to see, like, is this fool gonna jump over the wall, or are we all gonna be led through a whole episode again, wondering, like, why didn't he jump over the wall? Like, I just need him to jump over this wall. So for some of us, it may take a little bit longer. Another thing that, for me, like, I just had to adjust to, it's yoga. So obviously they come around and adjust you and, help you to get into where you need to be. And that was another thing that I told my sister, like months ago when I started maybe about 6 months ago or 7 months ago of doing a consistent yoga practice. And I told my sister, I was like, they keep telling me what to do. She's like, yeah, it's a class. That's how it works. I was like, I know, but I feel sometimes like, I don't know, like people seem like they're like coming at you like aggressively, which is of course all my problem, my personal issues. I am aware of them. And we had a situation with, one of our goddesses who I will not name. At the last retreat, there was belly dancing, just like at this retreat. There will be Josephine Baker Burlesque and Cabaret, goddessofparis.com to come join me in Paris, goddessofparis.com. And one of our beautiful goddesses had to excuse herself and walk out of the class because she felt like, okay, this like teacher is like barking orders at me. Whereas of course the teacher was just teaching how to dance. So it's all good. We know that we have issues. Hello, Goddess Renee. Good to see you, beautiful. So, you know, yoga. All right, so this one is a really, really great one. Almost all religions, I had done some research on this a year ago, and it was really interesting to find how almost all religions incorporate different beads and beadwork. These are mala beads that I got actually in Bali when I did the Abundance, Pray, Love retreat a few years ago. And there are 108 beads here. So just like, you know, with Catholics, like my mom, you know, use a rosary where you would go to every bead in the rosary and maybe say like a Hail Mary or, you know, a prayer. You could do the same thing to calm yourself down if there's an affirmation that works for you. So say that, you know, if you were feeling especially anxious, you could go around this whole string of beads, of mala beads, and do a triangle breath for inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4 for each and every one. Or you could do an affirmation, right? Yes, and Goddess Nitra says we keep our waist beads on. Absolutely. And my sister, Goddess Damali, she makes waist beads. If you need waist beads, see Goddess Damali Abrams. All right. So, and we made waist beads at the last retreat. Goddess Damali, are we making waist beads at this retreat? Let us know. All right, so yes, you could go with each one, and you can do the same actually with your waist beads as well. And just with each one, just say an affirmation. So say your affirmation was, you know, I am calm and everything is working out perfectly. I am calm and everything is working out perfectly. And just go around each bead as you say the affirmation, okay? Now, to someone who has any kind of ADHD, it may seem endless, like what? But I promise you that at the end, you will be less anxious, you will be more calm, you will be more mindful and more in the moment. Yay, Goddess Nitra. I like when you come to play with us. You have beautiful energy. I feel it. Okay, so waist beads. And this is a good one that I want to add to the list. So Goddess Deborah is a CBD oil distributor and affiliate. And she says, if you infuse CBD in the teas to give an enhanced experience, or would that be too much? Now, here is what is, I want to just say this as a disclaimer. Some people are allergic to CBD oil. I believe that I would be one of my clients who is a spiritual wellness coach, had a huge reaction to CBD oil and ended up in the hospital. However, you want to go to, that's why you want to go to somebody like Goddess Deborah, who is a distributor who you could be able to talk to and have a conversation with about, you know, using the CBD oil. CBD oil is also being used now for fertility. Okay, so Goddess Deborah, no, I think you're the same one that say you want to avoid the rose, avoid the raspberry leaf tea, but it's okay. So I wouldn't put it together necessarily, because remember that, again, these are all different medications. Even though they are teas and natural resources, we want to think of them as medications. So Goddess Deborah, what you may want to do instead is just do some research around one specific herb that you could use that would be a natural complement to CBD oil, and that would actually be, Goddess Deborah, Spiritpreneur note, a really great way for you to start to introduce this to people who would be your potential clients. So you could come out and, you know, either write a blog or do a video or a webinar or something like that. You could do, as a matter of fact, Goddess Deborah, an exact conversation just like we're doing right now, ways to use CBD oil to deal with your mental health. And you could share with people everything that you research, that you figure out that works, and throughout offer them and give them your link to be able to purchase. Okay? Yes. All right, good. Now, this one was really shocking for me Green tea. Now, I love green tea, especially matcha green tea, because it, like everybody else, it has caffeine and it gets you going and all of those kinds of things. And I don't have coffee. I've never had coffee. I found out iced tea, never had coffee before either. Shout out to iced tea. But I'm a big tea drinker. But green tea also helps with anxiety. I was really, really happy to hear that. So that was really exciting. Green tea helps with anxiety. It feels like it would do the opposite because, it gets you hyped up, at least for me, but it actually also has, it helps you to deal with your anxiety. Now, amethyst, I brought an amethyst stone somewhere and I may be sitting on it. Amethyst also I find to be very calming. You can put an amethyst stone in your bra or in your bag somewhere where it's touching your skin, or get an amethyst bracelet. Amethyst stones are really, really good for keeping you calm, keeping you centered, helping you to deal with anxiety, especially if you have social anxiety and you're going into a situation where you feel like you are going to be on edge, okay? All right, so your homework, goddesses, is to try some of this. Maybe try one. Figure out one thing. So like Goddess Aurora said, she's going to go for the wheatgrass powder. Choose one thing that you can do every day that you can make a part of your regular routine, a regular ritual that will help you deal with your anxiety. And so you can get your stuff done, because we need your stuff just like you need my stuff, right? You don't need me sitting around all anxious, wondering about The Bachelor. You need me to write my book, right? You need me to write my book and get my next course out and start my live moon circles like I promised you. That's what you need. And we need your stuff. We need your classes. We need your music. We need your websites. We need your courses. We need your coaching. We need your things. So pick one thing, my love. Let me know one thing in the comments that you are going to try, and we're going to check back in and talk about it. All right? Yeah! All right, I am proud of you. I look forward to sharing with you in another video my health and healing journey now, with coming out of the other side, hopefully, of fibroids, and we will talk about all of that and more in the next video. Goddess Knit says she designs clothes. Yes, we need your clothes, girl. See, I got this Titans shirt on. I don't even know where the Titans are. I'm a New York girl. We need your clothes. We need you not anxious. We need you designing our clothes for us. All right, my loves, and definitely head over to goddessofparis.com to come with me on the Goddess of Paris Miracles and Manifesting Retreat, where we are going to be clearing everything out of your life that doesn't work so that we can call in the things that you desire. All right? Goddess Queen says she's going to use the mala beans. Mala beads. Excellent. Let me know what you're going to use. Be seen, be heard, be an amazing movement, goddess. Namaste. Yay. Feeling the high vibration. Yay. Goddess Deborah says wheatgrass tea. What are you going to use?